Hey guys, so Shane here from Laser Mobile, and today we'll be comparing the 2014 Moto X versus the iPhone 6 Plus. So let's get started. So to start off with design, the iPhone 6 Plus has a beautiful aluminum unibody design that really just feels and looks amazing. The metal wraps around the sides, and there are some antenna bands in the middle, which personally is one of the worst parts of this design. And on the back of the Moto X 2014, there's a bamboo finish, which is real bamboo, and it feels absolutely amazing. It's the best design I've ever seen on a phone. Around the sides there are aluminum, which give it a really nice grip, and the bamboo on the back isn't very slippery, so you won't be dropping this phone very much. And in the middle there's a slick, smooth Motorola logo, which feels amazing as well. On the front of these devices, the Moto X has glass that curves around the side of the device, kind of like the iPhones, however not nearly as drastic. I personally think the iPhone screen, when you swipe across, feels better because the motion is more fluid. There are also dual front-facing speakers on the front of the device, which make the sound way better than the iPhones. Now on the iPhone 6 Plus on the front, it's all glass, and as I told you, the glass curves around the side of the device a lot, which makes it feel amazing in the hand. There's a home button at the bottom, which is also a fingerprint scanner, and the camera and earpiece for talking on the phone is at the top. This makes it have very big bezels, and this phone is much bigger than the Moto X 2014, although the screen is only 0.3 inches bigger. Now when it comes to the Moto X is also slightly water resistant, which means that if it gets a splash on it, it should be fine, but do not drop it in water at all. There is also a bunch of different options for the Motorola, and you can customize it. So I customized the blue accents and blue on the back, and I also chose the bamboo. The bamboo is available at most major carriers. However, for the other options, black and white are available at the carriers as well, but as well for basically all the colors you can think of. 4 different kinds of leathers and 4 other woods, including mahogany and some other kinds of woods. You have to buy this as the Pure Edition, as I did. So basically, the Pure Edition gives you a ton of these options, and it's just something we've never seen on any other phone except for the Moto X, the original Moto X. And the iPhone just comes in gold, silver, and space gray. Now when it comes to the display, the iPhone 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch Full HD display, the first on an iPhone, with 401 ppi. The display really does pop on this phone and does look amazing when compared to other iPhones or most other phones. The Motorola also has a 5.2-inch display with 424 ppi. They're both 1080p screens, and if the iPhone 6 Plus's display was 5.2 inches, the PPI would be roughly the same, so you can't really tell a difference on either of these devices. Now when it comes to hardware, the Apple iPhone 6 Plus has a dual-core A8 processor with 1.4 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, and 64-bit architecture, as well as a 2,915 mAh battery. Now the processing power is great, very smooth. It would have been nice to have 2 GB of RAM because when you have a ton of apps open, it does tend to slow down a little. However, it's a very fast device. The biggest part of this hardware is the 2,915 mAh battery. This constantly got me through 2 days of battery with light usage and a day and a half on heavy usage. Whereas the 2,300 mAh battery on the Moto X will get you through 1 day of usage. Yet the Moto X has a quad-core 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 801 processor with an Adreno 330 GPU. Now, you may think, oh, the Moto X has a lot more processing power. It also has 2 gigs of RAM, but they are both equally smooth devices. As Motorola's is running basically stock Android, it makes it one of the quickest devices on the market, as well as the iPhone 6 Plus. Now when it comes to the camera on these devices, the iPhone 6 Plus has a 8 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture, optical image stabilization, slow motion video for 120 and 240 frames per second. Now you may think 8 megapixels is worse than the 13 megapixel camera on the Moto X. However, the 13 megapixel camera on the Moto X, the photos do come out a bit washed out. When compared to the beautiful photo on the iPhone 6, the camera on the iPhone 6 Plus, it just doesn't compare. Don't let the megapixels fool you, as phones like the HTC One M8 as well have great cameras, and the iPhone 6 Plus does have an amazing camera. But that's not to say the Moto X's camera is bad. I'm just saying that it's not as good as the iPhone's. And another cool feature for the camera is you can go like this on the Moto X. It automatically opens the camera. So the UI is fairly simple. You just tap to take pictures. And it's very similar to the iPhones, as in they're both extremely simple and very user-friendly. Now when it comes to the front-facing cameras on these devices, the Moto X has a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. The iPhone 6 Plus has a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. You won't really see a difference in these, and unless you're a big selfie person, both of these cameras should get it done. Now when it comes to the software on these devices, the Moto X is running Android 4.4 KitKat with its software overlay, and features like active notifications, where if you just wipe your hand over the screen or look at it, it brings up this and you can check your notifications. Now it also has cool features like Hey Moto, and I'm just going to check oh, okay, I did. Okay, Moto. What was the score of the Giants game last night?
Opening Google. The Giants beat the Royals 5-0.
Okay, so basically, for searches it opens Google, but it can also do stuff like read my messages and stuff like that, which are very cool features that are not on Siri or Google Now. Now, the Moto X also has clever software features such as the twisting your hand to get to the camera I showed you. And these are just very nice features that don't take away from the stock Android experience. Now on iOS, it's again a very simple UI, and it's running iOS 8 on the iPhone 6 Plus. And this just brings some new features like Apple Pay, which is pretty useful. It's actually a pretty cool feature. However, Moto X has Google Pay, Google Wallet, excuse me. And the iPhone 6 Plus has features like Control Center, and they even added widgets to the notification center. However, Android has had widgets on its home screens forever, and I don't think the widgets in the notification center are nearly as good as the widgets on the home screen. So both these devices have very simplistic, cool operating systems, but I personally prefer the Moto X's. And that's my final verdict for the phone is I definitely prefer the Moto X. The bamboo design, it feels absolutely amazing in the hand. I can't stress how nice this bamboo feels in the hand. Again, that's not to say if the iPhone 6 Plus is a bad phone. If you want a phone with very long battery life and just a phone to get it done, the iPhone 6 Plus does it really well. But if you want a phone that'll turn heads and just feel absolutely amazing in the hand and just has great software, the Moto X is the phone for you. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe down below for much more content on both of these devices. So thanks for watching.